G'day everyone, and welcome back to another shell finding adventure. It's a beautiful blue day. It's also extremely cold. It might be too cold for the rock pools this morning, but anyway, I just saw our first shell find. He was like sitting open, kind of made me a bit intrigued. It is a Pacific jewel box, I think, or possibly another type of jewel box. I'm not very good at jewel boxes. It might be a nice day for the sand today. I've already picked up a couple of mini sand dollars and little sea butterflies as well. Whoops, I did just snap that opening just a little bit. It'll be fine, everyone. I was going to bleach it anyway. Let's take a look at this one. He is a juvenile, a white rock shell. There we go. Try saying that 10 times fast. It's a very common shell here, but I still like the juvenile ones, probably more than the bigger ones that get worn away very quickly in the rock pools. And you'll probably see a lot of these things enter my little bucket at some stage. It is a little bean trivia. These guys look like a cowrie, but they're not a cowrie, although their alternate name is the little rice cowrie. They're actually a type of trivia shell. This guy is super cool. Look at him. I almost never see pen shells here, especially not this kind. I think with this one with the stripes, I've only ever seen it up at Yapoon, or I might have seen like very broken pieces of it elsewhere. If I recall, it was something like the two-colored pen shell, or the bi-colored pen shell, or the bi-colored razor shell, something like that. Anyway, I'm just going to hold it up to the light real quick. Yes, oh, it's got sand in it, but it does look quite good sometimes. Super happy to find a juvenile pen shell. These guys can actually get pretty large when they're fully mature. Oh, another joined something or other. Yeah, I think that one is a juvenile leafy oyster. At least that's what I call these guys because I am absolutely not an expert on oysters. It's nice how one half is like a nice black color and the other half is like a whitey pink color. Anyway, probably a juvenile leafy oyster. A nice bright scallop. I think it might be a rusty-ribbed scallop. There's a couple of broken moon snails about. Yeah, oh, he's a little bit broken on the bottom, just on that opening right there, but he looks pretty good on top. It is a bladder moon snail. That is not one that I often see from here. They're pretty cool. They look plain, but they've got a pretty interesting shape. It is a duck's bill limpet. Someone actually found a live one of these here a couple of weeks ago, and it was like a pitch black animal. So yeah, just a super cool kind of animal that this shell came from. Gosh, you'd nearly overlook that by thinking it's a pebble or something. Here we go. I have for myself a little sundial shell. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, but you know, this one's like got a lot of textures and it's a brown color, like a light brown color. I'm guessing that is a complex sundial. Is this one a whole shell? It's extremely delicate. I'm trying to like brush the sand off. I think it is all whole though. It is extremely delicate. It's also called a mysterious velvet snail, if I recall correctly. This was one that, you know, kind of didn't have a name, but I found that one anyway. I kind of sort of showed it a little bit at the start, but yep, I'm also picking up a lot of these little mini sand dollars. I guess you could call them puffy pebble urchins. I'm not really sure what the proper name for them is, but I think they wash up like en masse at winter time because there is a lot of them here on the rack line today. Oh, is he very cute? He looks shiny. Yeah, he's all whole on the bottom. Oh my goodness, he is very, very cute, I'm going to say. It's also the first cowrie today. I mean, I've seen a couple of worn ones on the rack line, but I haven't deigned to pick them up. This one is a cute little ring-top cowrie, slightly subadult because he hasn't grown his golden ring all the way around that kind of darkened middle section, but yeah, just a very cute little guy. Well, I just started flicking the kind of gross sea stuff aside. I did not expect to find anything so soon. This one just popped out at me, and here we go. I'm hoping to find a couple of these today. There's been a lot of them hanging around the rack line over the last few weeks. It is a cute small-toothed cowrie. I know everything is cute today. Well, I was just about to pick up this guy to kind of like, you know, give him a proper introduction. It is one of those little sea butterflies that I had in my hand earlier, like literally the first clip that I took for shelling today, I did not actually see it. There is a second one here. A second small-toothed cowrie, that is. Look at his pretty buttery colors. Okay, yeah, when I said I was hoping to find more, I mean, you just kind of like put your wishes out into the universe. You don't know if it's actually going to deliver or not. So, yeah, once again, another small-toothed cowrie. They're actually quite an uncommon find, so seeing so many like this in the last few weeks has been a very pleasant surprise. Yes, I want this one. Anyone with sharp eyes might have noticed that I've got a few of these in my box already. It is just a little common blotched Nerite. I say common because they're everywhere, and I like them anyway. Oh, that is a very pretty sea butterfly. He's got some nice pink on him. So, I've been picking up small clear ones before now. This one's like a larger pink colored one. I don't know if they're two different species or if there's these little clear ones and there's these bigger pink ones. I don't know if they're two different species. I've just been calling them the same thing. It's just really hard to tell. Anyway, hoping to keep them all intact in my box if I can. There we go. I see a pretty limpet. I'm usually really picky when it comes to limpets, so they got to be pretty for me to want one. He's especially nice because of all those black stripes on him. These guys can be like plain instead. There we go. Sometimes they are very plain like that, and very rarely they'll have these beautiful black stripes on them. It is a cap-shaped false limpet. He is a shiny little one. Yeah, I think he's a good one. There we go. It's just a little graceful cowrie. Oh my goodness, everyone! I was thinking about these just the other day because I found that freak eroded cowrie. Oh my goodness, this is another freak shell. He is a freak dwarf. Which dwarf cowrie is this, guys? I got no idea. It's hard to tell. Oh my goodness, I don't know. It could be a graceful cowrie like what I just picked up, except, you know, this is about as small as they get unless they're like dwarf shaped, except this one's got a nice brown color. Actually, looking at it again, it could be a freak yellow-toothed cowrie, just a bit faded so it's no longer blue. They fade to a brown color, but it is a freak cowrie. That is extremely uncommon here. Very rare, actually. Well, while I got distracted with my new freak cowrie, I did not even see that there is a nice cat cowrie sitting up there too. It's not a freak one. I'm not going to freak out about it. Oh my god, that was a pun. I didn't even mean it. Anyway, little cat cowrie. Oh. There is the tiniest, like, grain of rice sized Wental trap here. Look at him. I'm not sure which Wental trap. It's really hard to tell when they're small like this. And we're just going to call it the grain of rice Wental trap. Ooh, well, first of all, I am going to pick up this one. I just saw a migrating moon snail, a little one. Is that another Wental trap? If so, again, grain of rice Wental trap. This is the one I noticed second. Look at his nice colors. It is an extremely juvenile migrating moon snail. Just got a very nice stripe of color on the back there, though. Yes, everything is super small today, and I do not mind whatsoever. Look at him. Another very uncommon one, but it's just been popping up more and more often over the last few weeks. It is a little teardrop bean cowrie. The fun thing about these guys is that when I shine a UV light on them, they glow bright pink. That's kind of cool. It looks like it was knocked over by a dog, I'd say. I don't often see joined ones of these. It is some kind of mussel shell. Oh, that would have been nice. Or maybe not. It is a yellow-toothed cowrie, just going by the blue and the speckles on top. But the underside of cowries, like on the inside of mature ones, they have this absolutely beautiful purple color. So if you ever see like a purple cowrie in the rock pools, it might be because the top area has worn away so much that it reveals the purple underneath layer instead. Another limpet. There is actually a lot of different species of limpets on the beach at any one time. I think I did find the name for this the last time I found it. It should be a flat false limpet, even though to me it doesn't really look that flat. It's very white, so it's probably a bit worn. Oh, it's probably very worn away. Okay, it is all intact though. It is a brown-lined paper bubble. Usually their lines are much more prominent, but this one has probably been tumbling around in the waves for a while. One little Wental trap, two little Wental traps. There is like surprising amounts of teeny tiny goodies on the rack line today. It is possible that these guys are either minor Wental traps or Godfrey's Wental traps. Another Wental trap, but this one is significantly larger, although that is to say that it is still quite small. I'm not really sure what this one is. It looks like maybe a baby precious Wental trap, but it's maybe too narrow a shape for that. I'm not sure. Yet another Wental trap species. Oh, I can already tell that it looks good. Oh, it is whole. Look at him. That is a very, very beautiful bubble shell. These guys are just a brown bubble. They're kind of like common/uncommon here. But you know what? It's always just fun to find them. They're another one that glows bright pink under UV light. Another lovely migrating moon snail. I've been, quite spoiled for these guys lately. Just had a whole heap wash up. And I'm also going to pick up this guy because he's quite large for what he is. I think he is the Stranger's top shell, or Stranger's little top shell is what I called it. And one more, because why not? I'm on a limpet binge today. Got myself a little common keyhole limpet, I think. Maybe a bit broken. Oh, now that one is a very large common keyhole limpet. Ooh, do I want you? Are you like... It's a little bit damaged on that side there, but I'm just going to ignore that because it's a nice large size. It's a Jackson's Venus. It's not one that I see terribly often here. Oh, I think I maybe want this guy. He's not super shiny, but I haven't found many Cowries. Also, he is like extra fat. It is a yellow tinted Cowrie. He looks a bit green right now, but they usually fade to be a much more yellow color eventually. Yeah, this one, oh my goodness, I took my eyes off of it for a second and nearly lost it. It is legitimately the teeniest, tiniest operculum I've ever found. This one is from a military turban, as always. Are you whole? Yes, it is whole. Actually, it's quite large. That's what kind of drew me to it. These ones, when I find them, are usually like half the size or smaller. I've been calling this one a coral moon snail. Ooh, another one, another large one. I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, no, I don't think this is the other half of the one I picked up earlier. It is another Jackson's Venus. Oh, please be whole on the top. Oh, it's very nice on the top. My goodness, here's a lovely large one because these little sundial species don't actually get very big. It's different than the complex sundial I picked up earlier. Even though it's the same color, it's more of like a shiny color. I think that means that this one is a sharply keeled sundial. And no, I don't remember where the complex one is anymore. It's down the bottom somewhere. It's very big. It's a blue periwinkle. I usually find them about half that size. So that is a very, very large one. I think someone was asking me the other day if I found abalones, and yes, here is an abalone. I don't find big ones though. I believe this is a honey abalone. It's also called a caloundra abalone after a town a bit further south from here. Oh, guys, look at him. Oh, that is very cool. Look at this thing. I've only ever found like the smallest, tiniest piece of this before. It's very uncommon to see it washed ashore like this. It is a type of red coral. I think it's like pipe coral or something like that. It grows these terrific like red sections that look almost like pipes that are joined together by some kind of like lattice. Oh, it's very cool. It's a very large piece considering I've only ever found one tiny piece before. That is like very, I'm lost for words. That is incredible. And for anyone wondering, there is a lot of other red coral on the beach that I just don't get that excited about. It's this stuff. It's pretty much everywhere. Again, not a big fan of it, but the shape and like extra vibrancy of this one is like a cause for celebration. I see goodies, everyone. I should have come down closer to the shore where the minis were earlier. Look at this guy with his one single beautiful white stripe going all the way around himself. It is a chameleon nerite, probably like one of my favorite nerites to find. I really, really like them. That's why I liked that boring Yapoon beach with all the nerites on it. And also, before I get distracted, oh, look at him. He is whole. Yeah, he is definitely a lot nicer than the first one I found. The first one was completely worn away, or almost completely. It is yet another brown-lined paper bubble. I have actually picked up a couple of these so far, so I guess I'll just, mention what it is. It is a little handsome top shell. They are just a little top shell. They don't get a lot bigger than that. So here are the shell finds for today. if you've enjoyed them, please hit that like button for me and subscribe if you want to see more shelling adventures. Well, everyone, it certainly doesn't look like much here, but I mean, I feel like I found a lot personally. So, anyway, there is more to go out, but, there is a merman hanging about, and we shared the look like, oh, she's gonna stop me from doing my job. And I'm like, oh, I better not stop him from doing his job for too long. So anyway, it is of course time to talk about a favorite now. And if you do have a favorite as well, please let me know down in the comments. I think I'll give a special mention to this really cool, I think it's like a bi-colored pen shell would be my best guess. They can get pretty large, but just those nice streaks through it make me think it's like similar to the one I found at Yeppoon a couple of months ago. How long ago was that shell show? Anyway, I might also give a special mention to this really nice duckbill limpet. I just really like the textures on this one. It's in a very nice condition, so it gets a special mention. And you know what? As for the favorites, I've got quite a few favorites because I had a really great day this morning. First off is this guy. Super excited to find a nice, like, larger piece of this pipe coral. I mean, they grow, like, huge out on the reef, so this is really just a small fragment, but I was like, oh, that's really cool. So, yep, that one gets a favorite for being extra cool. I really like this sharply keeled sundial. Very nice shine on it. Just an absolutely beautiful shell. And, oh my goodness, these two are really cute, but I like this yellow one more. A beautiful small-toothed cowrie with some very nice, like, once again, yellowy golden color. And finally, the main favorite is not the chameleon nerite. I bet, actually, that should be a special mention. It's not the chameleon nerite. It is this extremely lovely little dwarf cowrie. I do believe it's either a yellow-toothed cowrie or a graceful cowrie. It's hard to say. The last one of these that I got, I actually sent away to a man in Victoria as part of a shell trade because it would be something that you almost never see. They're that rare. So yeah, super happy to get another one of those, and that one will be going straight into the cabinet, I think. But yes, everyone, that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.